Hey there Cosmic Warriors, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are going to be taking a look at the secrets, fears and ghosts for those of you who have Neptune in your 6th house, but also for those of you who have Pisces ruling your 6th house within your natal birth chart. But before we do get into this, make sure that you give this video a like if you like it. Also make sure to subscribe if you have not already, and to click that little bell icon in order to keep yourself updated with further content from myself. And also, if you would like to know more information all about your Neptune sign, your Neptune house, along with your Pisces house and your 12th house within your natal birth chart, then I have created a Pisces season/archetype ebook. So what I am going to do is I'm going to provide a link to that ebook in the description box below so that you can pick up your copy today if you would like. Okay, so with all those introductions out of the way, Neptune in the 6th house and Pisces ruling the 6th house individuals, let's do this. Okay, so if you have Neptune in your 6th house or Pisces ruling your 6th house, then what this suggests is that you're not really the type of person to have a linear time schedule or daily routine. You might wake up at various different times, for example, or you might start a certain task throughout your day and then forget about it and come back to it later, or not come back to it at all. Maybe there are certain daily chores that you just can't be bothered doing, and so you do a half-assed job, or you try to avoid them as much as possible, secretly hoping that someone else will do it instead, perhaps. You might even become drained or exhausted by any daily tasks or responsibilities that aren't engaging or that seem meaningless to you. Then again, this could also be a situation where you possess this hypersensitivity towards your daily tasks, resulting in you taking on far too much at once as a way to get through them. But yet you might be slightly impractical or unrealistic in your execution, and this might result in you sobbing or feeling sorry for yourself, kind of pitying yourself if you don't manage to achieve what you visualized you would or what you imagined you would. Maybe you go into your daily tasks thinking to yourself that you'll only feel at peace once they're completed successfully. Or maybe you're someone who continuously organizes and rearranges your cabinets and your drawers and your files due to how you feel, so it's really based upon your emotions in that way. And so in this respect, maybe your physical environment is a direct reflection of your inner environment. So days whenever you feel low or sad, for example, the dishes pile up, the washing doesn't get done, you don't take a shower for days. But the days when you feel good and inspired, you're making your to-do lists, you're going for a run, you're doing your work, you're dressing yourself for the day. Basically, your emotions and feelings may strongly indicate how you choose to manage your day. Neptune in the 6th house, Pisces ruling the 6th house individuals. And like I said, your time schedules may not be linear. Therefore, each day can be different to the next, and things can become kind of muddled. For example, your room might be kind of messy and untidy, or you might forget to eat food, possibly, or you might turn up late for work sometimes and get really important dates wrong or mixed up. Though speaking of work, you might take an unrealistic approach to work as well. So perhaps you seek to achieve duties that are out of reach in one day. Or perhaps you say yes to your bosses and your co-workers even when you shouldn't, resulting in unnecessary pressure on your hands, resulting further in you stressing yourself out and getting really, really anxious about everything. Therefore, you might often sacrifice yourself on the job, and no matter how much you do to try to please everybody else around you, you might find that you get zero recognition or thanks. Maybe you're promised even a potential promotion or a step up the corporate ladder, but yet it never comes. Or maybe you simply possess these imaginary expectations and standards that you dream of reaching within your job or role, but you never do due to how impractical they are, or possibly due to how submissive you can be within the workplace. Meaning that you might even have the tendency of staying in a toxic working environment, which is essentially keeping you back from your dreams. Then again, this could also be a situation where you have felt personally victimized by your colleagues or by your co-workers. So the likes of bullying at work, or favoritism playing out within work. Possibly this could be co-workers pinning other co-workers against each other, etc., etc. Or it could very well be that drugs have been involved unknowingly on the down low within the workplace. Potentially even there's secret affairs between colleagues, or there's secret distributions of money and power. Though another possibility could be that your workplace has been conned or swindled before, resulting in staff being impacted greatly. But still, kind of going back to you feeling personally victimized, perhaps you've been toyed with emotionally by others in work due to them knowing private information about you, or due to how others take advantage of your kind and self-sacrificing nature when on the job. Perhaps you're even sensitive to your co-workers' needs, and so you might take on the emotions of your co-workers without you even realizing. On the other hand though, maybe you've worked in environments that involve such a task, so the whole supporting other people's needs. So this could be you working alongside or on behalf of victims within your role. Perhaps you're the type of person to even volunteer or sponsor the less fortunate, or maybe you like to give to small businesses, or you like to tip the waiter in restaurants, or you like to volunteer to look after your neighbor's cat or dog. See, you might be a very giving and helpful and generous individual. And also, you might show a lot of compassion and empathy towards animals even. In fact, you might take on a particular diet if it means not seeing animals suffer, or you might take on a certain position within a job that involves serving or healing. Though following on from this point, you might prefer to try holistic medicines and practices when it comes to your health. You might even be slightly addicted to your health. For example, you may strive for the sort of purest, most kind of holy type of body, and you might even have this mentality towards your body where it's like, my body is a temple. Or you might take on all these different fitness or health programs, so sign yourself up for them, depending upon the type of results that you dream about having in terms of your body and your fitness levels and your health overall. And to be blunt, you might even have slightly unrealistic understanding of human anatomy and how the body actually functions, suggesting that you can have the tendency of being a little bit out of touch with science and nature in association with your body. You might prefer to try out more spiritual methods or kind of pseudoscience methods instead. Now, of course, if these methods work for you, then that's good, but it's still good to know about possible implications that can come with alternative medicines and healing. Heck, it could even be suggested that you can become addicted to certain medications, or that you can become dependent on them. Same could even be said about fitness and health overall, suggesting that you may often find yourself burning out or seeking the unobtainable. On the other hand though, maybe you're someone who enjoys yoga or meditation on a daily basis, or simply just getting involved with a certain spiritual practice. And it's this same spiritual practice that may be great for your health and your well-being. And the same could also be said in association with you consuming a diet that is free from pesticides or chemicals and just dead nutrition. Though another possibility could be that you are quite sensitive towards food, that you have a sensitive relationship with food and diet and nutrition. You might be sensitive to certain foods, resulting in, or suggesting rather, allergic reactions. Or this may be you possessing an overwhelming emotional connection with the food you eat. Perhaps certain foods make you mad or happy or sad, but very, very easily because of that hypersensitivity towards them. Or perhaps you only eat certain foods depending upon how you feel at the time. Maybe you even find it really hard to resist certain foods, or maybe you can become easily addicted to certain foods. So in this way, you might not be aware of your limits within this area of your life, suggesting this whole zero boundaries part of Neptune. So this may even further suggest that maybe you've struggled with an eating disorder before, or maybe you possess some secrets when it comes to your nutrition and health too, further suggesting that you can possess inner fears towards these things. Then again, I don't think that these inner fears just stop here, because I think that there's a possibility that you possess inner fears of being seen as a failure or as a no-gooder. Maybe you're afraid of others noticing your imperfections and your flaws. And so perhaps you try to uphold this image to your colleagues and to your friends and so on as someone who is serving, self-sacrificing, someone who's willing to serve others without expecting anything in return. And if or when you fall sick or ill, for example, well, you might not tell anybody or let on to anybody that you are, suggesting that you may have the tendency of keeping any illnesses that you experience a secret. You might even have these inner fears of getting sick, and so you may strive to do everything within your power to avoid it. But yet, when you do fall sick, you can feel confused, a bit baffled, because you believe that you did every possible thing that you could in order to avoid getting sick in the first place. Maybe you even overwork yourself due to the zero boundaries. Or maybe you feel sluggish and kind of gross, also due to zero boundaries. But whatever the case may be, it's you who is so completely sensitive when it comes to your daily habits and choices. Neptune in the 6th house, Pisces ruling the 6th house. And so this suggests that you can feel confused and sort of drained whenever you are dealing with your day-to-day duties and tasks. Now, you may also find that you enjoy work that involves tapping into your imagination, as well as work that involves creativity. So perhaps getting involved with some artistic work is more your thing, like photography or graphic design positions. Likewise, serving or helping others may be an interest of yours, such as working in a hospital or within a doctor's surgery. Though, whatever you decide to do, Neptune in the 6th house, Pisces ruling the 6th house, just be aware of your tendency to pity yourself at work, sacrifice yourself at work, and be passive towards your responsibilities and duties on a daily basis. Because you can sometimes find yourself in chaotic work situations, and you can also lose focus on the job sometimes too. So, in this respect, perhaps it would be a good idea to figure out a system that helps you feel grounded and involved in order for you to work within those particular limits whilst being aware of your role or position as well. That way you may find that you get a lot more out of the work that you do, so a lot more job satisfaction. Okay then, Cosmic Warriors, so that concludes my video on the secrets, fears and ghosts for those of you who have Neptune in your 6th house, and also for those of you who have Pisces ruling your 6th house within your natal birth chart. Now, if you do happen to have any of these placements, let us know what you thought of the video in the comment section down below. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching, thank you for subscribing, and if you would like to see more videos from myself and you have not yet subscribed, then go right ahead and click that subscribe button. And also, make sure you like this video as well, okay? Yeah, thank you again, and I will be back with another video very, very soon.